From the campus of the University of Alabama, live, local news. From Alabama's home team, this is WVUA News at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Daniel Sparkman. Tamika Alexander is off. After another winter storm batters Alabama, we remain under a state of emergency, and several counties in our area are now under a civil emergency because of the amount of snow they've gotten tonight. We start with team coverage tonight on the winter weather, including the latest closings and delays. But first, we take a look at our latest forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. And Richard, what are we seeing out there overnight tonight?
Daniel, still a little bit of snow to talk about across North Alabama counties. Generally north of Interstate 20, still dealing with some light snow, but the snowfall rates have dropped considerably over the past several hours. In fact, the really heavy snow we had around Birmingham and Jasper and Fayette has kind of turned into some light snow activity. There could be some minor additional accumulations, but it looks like most of this activity will stay north of Interstate 20 overnight tonight. Temperatures, though, in Tuscaloosa, we got 35, which is good news for Tuscaloosa. That's allowing some of those roadways to dry out. But you go up towards Jasper, Birmingham, Warrior, Coleman, and Haleyville, we are at or just below freezing or close to freezing. So there's going to be some major roadway issues, especially near and north of Interstate 20 tonight. Travel is highly discouraged. And this is what we're looking at during the day tomorrow. 35 at 9 o'clock in the morning. By 9 a.m., most areas will be well above freezing. And again, with the sunshine expected, really going to improve conditions pretty quickly. Lunch 45, and how about 50 tomorrow afternoon? With sunshine, it will feel great. We've got WVUA's Isaac Williams outside, and he's got some reports of what all has happened today and what's going on with the roadways. Isaac?
Thankfully, Richard, thank you very much. The roadways are still wet here on the University of Alabama campus, and some puddles of water still standing out there. And the concern is that once we head towards the overnight hours, that temperature dropping below 32 degrees, some of this moisture, that whatever is left on the roads is going to freeze, creating some black ice on roadways. That is why the most of the schools around the area have either closed or delayed openings. I know Tuscaloosa City schools and county schools have delayed openings till 10 a.m. in the morning in anticipation that we may have some black ice out there on the roadways. Now, areas to our north under a civil emergency message. Basically, that means if you get on the roads, you are risking your life. Emergency Management Agency telling everybody to stay off the roads, especially in Lamar, Walker, Fayette, Marion, and Winston counties, even Jefferson counties, and points towards the north and to the east. But for now, things are looking good here locally on the University of Alabama campus. Live, Isaac Williams outside Reese Pfeiffer Hall. We'll toss it back to the studio.
Thanks, Isaac. We checked with Alabama Power. Here's the latest numbers on the outages. 12,500 customers without power across the state, 10,000 of those in Metro Birmingham, 2,500 in the Western District. To report an outage, you can go to alabamapower.com or you can call 800-888-2726. Now, WVUA's Travis Leader has made his way to Fayette, where they are also under a civil emergency. Travis, what's the latest from there?
All right, we're here at the Emergency Operations Center here in Fayette for the entire county of Fayette, which got put under a civil emergency just a couple hours ago because of all the snowfall and the impact that it had on the roadways. Now, with the latest on the situation, we're going to bring in EMA Director James Sanders. James, it's been a heck of a night. Tell us what you guys went through already today.
Yes, we've seen about an inch to an inch and a half throughout the whole county. We are under civil emergency where we recommend that people do not drive only for emergencies. The roads are not closed, but for the safety of themselves and the first responders, we ask that they stay off.
What are some of the trouble spots right now here at 10 o'clock tonight?
The entire county is about in the same boat. The southern part of the county, we're seeing some of the snow and ice melt off, but there are no real trouble spots. Bankston area lost power earlier, but from what I understand, it's been restored.
Now, talk a little bit about tomorrow going into the overnight hours. There's still that chance that we could dip below freezing. Is that something that you're monitoring right now?
Oh, absolutely. We'll keep a good eye on it as we have in the past few days. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-40s for this area tomorrow.
And talk about what Public Works has done during this time as far as trying to maintain some of the trouble spots like your bridges and overpasses.
AlDOT has an advisory out for any travel through state highways and U.S. highways. They have sanded the bridges, and they're doing what they can to ease the pain of everyone in the county.
All right, and it seems like the snowfall's been picking up ever since we started this interview. The good news is we're still above freezing right now, and it shouldn't be impacting the roadways any more than it already has, correct?
That's correct. We're currently at 33 degrees, which is above freezing, and we'll dip maybe to freezing and right above all through the night.
All right, James. Well, hopefully we can thaw out tomorrow and there won't be any more problems with the roadways. And for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Travis. We'll talk to two more people from local EMAs in just a minute. But first, with the winter weather affecting many in our viewing area, school systems have decided to close or delay operations tomorrow. WVUA's Katie Malone is live at our newsroom with a full list of closures. Katie.
Thanks, Daniel. Many schools are deciding to err on the side of caution tomorrow, leaving us with many closures and delays to tell you about tonight. We'll begin with Bibb County. They will delay 2 hours. Chilton and Coleman City schools will both delay until 10. Coleman County and Fayette County are both closed tomorrow. Lamar County will also be closed, and Shelton State Community College will delay until 10 o'clock. Tuscaloosa City and Tuscaloosa County schools will both delay until 10 o'clock as well. Remember that you can get all of the latest updates on the closures and delays on our website, WVUATV.com. Daniel?
Thanks, Katie. Turning now to Jefferson County, Annette Davis from Jefferson County EMA joins us now live on the phone. Thanks for joining us, Miss Annette.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Well, tell us, what are the conditions right now where you are?
Well, approximately 3 to 4 inches of snow has fallen across the county, and so consequently, we had to issue a civil emergency message. The National Weather Service did that on our behalf earlier this evening because of the heavy snowfall that was occurring at the time and the roadways becoming more and more impassable. And because of that, travel was discouraged. And we have some roads that are closed in our area, but many roads that are causing extreme hazard for some of our drivers. So we're really encouraging our citizens to stay off the roadways.
And what are some of the trouble spots with the roads?
Well, one, especially Vestavia Hills, the roads in that area have been closed, but all over the Metro Birmingham area, because the roadways are so hilly in this area, many of those roads are causing problems for drivers. And so the message is that if you don't have to get out on the roadways, please stay in a safe place.
All right. Thank you so much, Annette, for joining us, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now we turn to Walker County, where several inches of snow fell today as well. Tommy Davis from the Walker County EMA joins us now on the phone. Tommy, thanks for being with us.
I appreciate it anytime.
Now tell me, what are the conditions over there in Walker County?
Well, we've had reports anywhere from 1 to 4 3/4 inch of snow. We are below freezing, so what you see on the road will remain there. We will not be above freezing until 10 o'clock in the morning. So the conditions would be that the ice on the roadways, all county roads and state roads have been deemed impassable here in Walker. And the city of Cordova and the city of Oakman has closed all their roads inside their city limits.
Are the county facilities doing, or county management doing anything to help clear the roads tonight, or are they going to wait till tomorrow?
They're going to wait until it is safe to do so, and that will probably be done in the morning.
Okay.
We had to ask for a civil emergency message to go out a little after 6:30 because we had multiple MVAs. We had one down in Ravine, one entrapment, and a couple of injuries. So we asked for that emergency, and so that's taken care of all our wrecks. And we just had a few trees down since then, so everyone just needs to stay home and stay off the roads until they become better in driving conditions.
All right, Tommy, we appreciate you joining us tonight and giving us the latest from Walker County.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thanks. Now, earlier tonight, we were able to speak with the EMA director in Marion County about current road conditions there. His advice for residents, much of the same, stay off the roads.
Across the county, throughout the county, there's slick everywhere. Main roads, side roads, pretty much bad. We've even had 2 inches of snow reported on the main highways here. So ALDOT, the county commission, all 5 districts is out right now working on the roads, grading them, getting the bridges, trying to get them passable again. They're out there working. So we're asking people if they would stay off the roads, let them try to get them where they're passable again, and also for emergency responders.
Yeah, it's much the same story across much of the area. Now, the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport is closed due to the winter weather. At least 3 flights were diverted to Nashville, several more canceled. There's no word on if those flights will make it to Birmingham anytime soon. All of the remainder of tonight's arrivals and departures were canceled. There's no word yet on when the airport will reopen. Now let's take a look at some pictures sent in to us by viewers. This is from Trussville, Yvonne Malone. We really appreciate that. She said they got about 3 inches there. In Center Point, about the same story, more 3 inches. This is from Lydia over there in Center Point. She sent this to us. A beautiful scene out there as the snow is falling. And in Dora in Walker County, someone measuring the snow there, and on the ruler it does say 3 inches as well. Tammy Sparkman, my wonderful stepmom, sent this in to us. So some beautiful scenes out there across the area tonight as well. Now, the winter storm has also brought snow and crippling ice to the southeast, leaving the region cold, slick, and many in the dark. Hundreds of thousands have lost power in several states. Several people have even been killed in weather-related incidents. Reporter Holly Furfer has the latest.
The roads around Atlanta coated in ice Wednesday, but a far cry from conditions seen 2 weeks ago.
The biggest thing is Georgians are cooperating. They are staying at home. They're avoiding getting on the roadways. And that's been a big help to everybody.
That's not the case around North Carolina, where ice-coated roads brought traffic to a standstill. Despite warnings, the storm caught many by surprise.
Right about noontime, about 12:15, the snow started with a fury and snowed extremely hard for the first hour. Everybody who was at work decided they were going to go home at that point, so they all ended up on the roads at the same time.
Some drivers left their cars behind, something officials urged them not to do.
We'd prefer to have the people stay in their car unless they're in some sort of immediate danger. But we want them to stay in their car, don't abandon their car unless there are certain elements that are requiring them to get out in very, very cold weather.
Meanwhile, people up north are getting ready for the snowy mess as the storm heads that way. 6 to 8 inches are predicted for Washington and 6 to 10 inches in New York, with a combination of snow, sleet, and rain continuing until Friday morning.
This is serious. We need you to be on alert. And frankly, when it does start snowing and we say stay home, this is really the one. Stay home.
Yeah, we learned that lesson a couple of weeks ago. Now, still to come, find out how you can help Tuscaloosa County track down some wanted suspects. Plus, find out why one Alabama student group says their First Amendment rights were questioned. And another live look from the city of Tuscaloosa as we made it safe through the winter weather here in Tuscaloosa. Other parts of the state not so safe. We'll have your full home team forecast coming up in just a bit. Now, if you do see news happening, we want to know. Call us at WVUA at 205-348-7000. You can also send us your tips and those pictures to news@WVUATV.com or on social media. Just search us on Facebook and Twitter.